Hey everybody, we're here for a new RLG cast review. Today we're talking about Secret Invasion. Is that what it's called?
Secret Invasion.
Yeah,
Not Secret Wars. Secret
it's
Wars is the finale of the Kang saga.
it's the Black Suit Spider-Man.
Yes.
I can never remember the name of the show, but today we're going to review this. For anyone looking for the podcast, we're on a break for this week. We have a lot of reviews and a lot of stuff to get through. Next week, hopefully, we'll be back continuing off with
The G1 is also taking up a lot of our
there's
time.
a lot of wrestling stuff happening. You can check it out on his channel. I'll put his link in the bottom of the description screen thing. So let's just jump right into this. That's Johnny Donuts, by the way.
Hi.
He's there. And what did you think of the show? Okay, we'll do a quickly no spoilers talk, and then we'll go full spoilers.
It wasn't bad, but it was the weakest of all the Marvel shows.
I think conceptually, it was a great idea.
Yes.
I think throughout the show, the story,
the concept was there. Yes.
The story plans, the character arcs were all really good and really interesting. The problem is it was very rushed, and it at the same time, even though it's so rushed, it was really boring.
Yeah,
like it's really dull.
I don't know. It felt like something was missing. It felt like something was missing, and this is not a spoiler. If you've read the Secret Invasion comic, this has nothing to do with that Secret Invasion.
No, not at all.
Like, this is completely in a different direction. I would have rather called this Nick Fury something with a subtitle than Secret Invasion.
Nick Fury, Secret Invasion.
Nick Fury, Super Skrull.
Yeah, either way, I think it's a bit sloppy. And like I said, it's just crazy rushed. Like, I don't know.
For a show, and this had one of the highest budgets too, but it felt like it was low.
Some of the CGI was really bad.
Yeah.
A few of the episodes were like 21 minutes.
Yeah.
If you take away like the 7-minute opening sequence, which was really nice, by the way.
Yeah.
And like the 15-minute credits at the end.
I still don't support AI. Give workers to actual actors.
Yeah, except for the opening sequences. But yeah, okay, we'll rate it. Do you want to rate it?
6.3.
Yeah, I'm like a 6.5. I think it's definitely better than What If. It's definitely better than
It's
Ant-Man.
still not. Let me rephrase what I said too. This is the weakest Marvel non-animated series.
Fair. This is probably my third lowest. It falls probably just under Captain America: First Avenger.
In terms of like total Marvel.
Yeah, total all in. TV show wise, it's
the second
worst. And that's still not a bad score. I mean, it's a watchable show, absolutely.
But shout out to Emilia Clark in this show.
Yeah,
her character and her acting was fantastic.
So, but I mean, we'll go spoilers now. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, we're going spoilers. But we'll talk about acting first. So if you don't immediately want to leave, that's fine. Emilia Clark was good, but they gave her literally nothing to do, and she's not even in most of the show.
She's only in about half of it,
even though she plays probably the most important part in the end.
Yeah.
And that's not a spoiler.
Kingsley Benadere was good.
Yeah.
As Gravik.
I had moments.
That final scene.
When he's talking the last episode.
Yes.
100%. The rest of it, I was kind of up and down.
His motive.
Can I say something? Weird. And I don't. I don't want to say it because it's really mean, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I was very distracted. He looks like a cartoon drawing of a rat.
Yeah,
like he looks like if you had to put Master Splinter in human form, that's what he would look like.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It was.
Hey, you got Shooter McGavin though.
Yeah, if he was in it for like 3 seconds,
and then gets killed in the end.
Olivia Colman was great. Olivia Colman is the best part of the show. I thought Samuel L. Jackson was really good too, but there's a section in the middle of the show, like probably episode 3 and 4, where he's very like checked out. Like he just doesn't care.
He doesn't. Yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn was really good.
Yeah. Killed him off.
Yeah.
They killed a couple people off. They killed off Mendelsohn and they killed off Maria Hill.
The Maria Hill thing is really strange for me.
I honestly thought they were
Okay, well, wait, well, we're going full spoilers. Everyone,
yeah, everybody knew that already. Maria Hill, I honestly thought they were going into the direction like what they did in the comics. When Fury stepped down, Maria Hill was the one to take over S.H.I.E.L.D. I thought this would have been a perfect opportunity for Nick Fury to step down and really move Maria Hill into that role. Unless Colby Smulders doesn't want to do any.
This was three things for me. Either she wanted too much money and Disney didn't want to pay. Disney was like, you're too old now, because Disney, it was like WWE, and if you're a woman, they don't want you if you're old.
They're ageist, yes.
Or she was just like, I don't want to do this shit anymore.
Yeah. Could possibly
and they're like,
be.
well, at this point, you can't recast her. She's been in it for like 27 movies.
Yeah, like I mean, Rhodey was easy to recast because he was only in one movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and they still hadn't even established the MCU at that point. But it's like, I don't know. I found that killing her is one of the oddest things they've ever done, because it had no impact. That it was like a 4-minute scene of the mom talking to Nick Fury, and then that's it. He never even harkens back to that for the rest of the show. He's never like, well, you killed my best friend. This is why I'm going to do this. No, it was nothing like that.
But I mean, spoilers for the end, though, that really isn't Sam Jackson anyway.
Yeah, I mean, was it ever?
What if Sam Jackson is a Skrull?
That's what I mean. Was it ever Samuel L. Jackson?
Well, I mean, let's talk about
was Nick Fury ever really Nick Fury?
Maybe he's not really Nick Fury. Kind of like, let's talk about the big revelation about Don Cheadle's Rhodey.
Yeah,
but he was possibly a Skrull since Civil War.
But that makes complete sense, because after you see him in, I want to say, at the end of Civil War, when they shows the new Captain America or the new Avengers team, and he has the leg things, you never see him with the leg braces again.
No, and so he's wearing the same hospital gown that he had when he had the brain scan.
Yeah, so there's a possibility that he got switched out right away. I mean, which is fine with me, because I think that's.
But tell that story at least. Tell that story about what happened there. Unless they're saving it for something else.
Maybe it's Armored Wars. Maybe that's going to tell, like, the first episode is going to be like a recap of where he's been.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that. That's not for a while though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. They corrected their own mistakes by being like, well, hey, because they weren't planning this, trust me.
No. But they retconned something that they didn't even know needed retconning.
It was a really fucking smart idea. I'll give them all the credit in the world for that. Olivia Colman, man, I
can't get over how good she was in this show.
It's insane. The thing that really is weird to me is she's clearly going to be back.
Yeah, like what is it? MI13 is, I think, the British group, isn't it? With Dane, with Blade and Dane, the Black Knight. They're
going to do that for sure. They're going to have Captain Britain's probably going to become a character.
Do you think they'll bring Haley Atwell back as Captain Britain, or you think she's done with Marvel?
She's done. It's going to be she didn't even want to come back for the cameo. Did you see her interview?
Doctor Strange?
She was very upset about it. She didn't even know why she was back. It didn't make any sense to her why her character would be back. Regardless.
Yeah.
I think you should.
Any truth to the rumors that it's Henry Cavill?
No, I that would be okay with me, but I don't think it will be.
He's not. It's not a big of a Marvel character for him to waste his time. Not waste his time with, but like,
I feel like now he wants to do things.
Yeah, he's busy with his Warhammer 40K project.
He's realized that he has pull.
Yeah.
And he wants to do his own things. He doesn't want to just be part of universe stuff.
Yeah.
But
which is fair.
The character is a good character.
Yeah.
Especially when you eventually link it all back to Psylocke at some point. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, other than like, I mean, what else? Like, I mean, there's okay, let's talk about the Emilia Clark now. Aya is now the most powerful character in the MCU. How are they going to contain this girl?
This is the thing. Is she really the most powerful character in the MCU? She kind of has powers from everybody. She doesn't have the ability to like go all out. And I think we're gonna find out that
Her
she
powers have
doesn't
limits.
she doesn't really have, yeah, her power can only do so much and then she's drained and she can't do anything else, or she can't really choose what she's using. It just kind of happens. Like it's just natural instinct. It doesn't She can't be like, "Oh, I feel like I want to fly now." It just knows, "Oh, I'm going to die," and she like hovers, something
Yeah,
like that. But she also beat Gravik, who literally has the exact same powers
same
as her.
powers. Yeah,
So to me that's like that shows you that it's not impossible to beat them.
yeah. Another thing for Marvel. Sorry, I'm taking the lead on the show, and I apologize.
I don't care. Go ahead.
Another thing with the Marvel, the whole situation here is there's no. I noticed there was never an end credit sequence. At least you get one little tease at the end of a Marvel show. Nothing on this one. The only thing I think it sets up is Thunderbolt Ross taking over from Dylan McDermott as president. Is it Dylan McDermott, Dermot Mulrooney, whichever? I
Dermot
can't.
Mulroney.
I always get the two Dermots confused.
By the way, that guy
Dylan McDermott Mulrooney.
he has been in 14 movies or shows since the start of 2022, and he has 4 more movies coming out this year.
Yeah,
That's
jeez.
insane.
Yeah. President Ritson. So I think this might be setting up the introduction of Thunderbolt Ross coming in as like that's why it's probably called Brave New World, is he's going to make it a dictator military state kind of thing.
I think you're right. So because you see at the end, he's like, that hateful speech you gave, I saw it. I think the president is scared now. So he's going to go back to like a ruthless general, and he's going to bring back Ross as like the main military
then
lead.
he's gonna then what Ross is gonna say, you've gotten weak, you're falling back on your word, this is the way it's gonna be, and that's how he puts together the Thunderbolts.
To beat what the Skrulls did is they're gonna try and create super soldiers again, and he's gonna infuse his body with the Hulk power, and that's how we're gonna get Red Hulk. No one's gonna want to do the testing, so he's gonna be like, I'll do it to myself.
Because you already kind of have a super soldier in Red Guardian. He has a super soldier, like he's your version of Captain America, right? Who do you have? You have is Ghost coming back, or has she left the project?
I don't know yet, but you also still have Winter Soldier.
You have Winter Soldier there. You have the Yelena Black Widow.
Yeah. You have Taskmaster.
Taskmaster too, yeah. So
and Taskmaster has a significant amount of power in the MCU version.
Yeah. So let's hope they do Taskmaster justice, because I didn't like the way they did Taskmaster dirty in Black Widow.
I mean, I think Thunderbolt has a chance to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially the actual cast is strong. Like they're good actors. It's not like a wishy-washy team of people.
But the thing is, like, you had John Hurt as Thunderbolt Ross, and he passed away. And now you have Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross, and he's even older than John Hurt.
Yeah, but I think they know
John Hurt or William Hurt? John Hurt.
It's William Hurt, isn't it?
William Hurt. John Hurt.
I don't know. Who cares? He hurts. He's dead. I'm sorry. Yeah. R.I.P. I think that Harrison Ford is gonna be like, they know that he has some kind of microchips in his body that's gonna keep him alive for like until they're done this story. But what they're gonna do is he's gonna come in. They're probably gonna have him act for like probably like 20 minutes, and then he's never gonna come out of Red Hulk form ever. He's gonna stay Red Hulk forever and just be voice acting so he could do it from home.
Okay, I'm in bed. God damn it. But
I mean, by the way, just a quick thing. I started watching Indiana Jones, a new one. I watched like maybe 45 minutes of it. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
It's pretty good. I don't understand what nobody likes about it.
Why all the negativity on it then?
I don't know. It's
a good cast. You have Phoebe Waller-Bridge in it. You have Mads Mikkelsen. You have the actor who plays Dobby there, Toby Jones. Like it's
I mean, it's a long movie, and I'm not even halfway, so maybe it gets soon, but it feels
better than Crystal.
It feels way more of an Indiana Jones movie than Temple and Crystal Skull.
Okay.
Like it just has that Raiders-ish vibe where it's like literally nonstop action for the entire movie.
My thought, because I haven't had anything to do with it yet, I've stayed away from spoilers and all that too. My thought is kind of like a role reversal. The way Last Crusade, you had Sean Connery as Indy's dad, and the only thing I wish they maybe would have done, because this is already out there, is Phoebe Waller-Bridge is not his daughter; it's his friend's daughter, and he's the god. It would have been better if she were Raven, and even though they tried that with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, you're saying if she was actually his daughter?
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of works.
Yeah. Okay.
And by the way, they fully, this is no spoilers. It's at the very beginning of the movie. They explain to you
where Shia
LaBeouf is, like in great detail.
Okay.
Which good. It's good. I'm glad that
at least they didn't brush it off and pretend it never happened.
No, they did well. It's not a bad movie. Like, okay, it could get bad.
Yeah.
But like, I think if you're an Indiana Jones fan, this is exactly what you wanted in terms of like the feeling. It's just action. Go looking for old things. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure,
find your MacGuffin.
A little bit of the de-aging is like gets to you, but it's like yeah. Anyways, we're off topic.
But I digress.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I think
he was hot and cold in his performances.
Yeah, I think the de-aging though was good. It was the best CGI work of the whole show.
That's where probably the entire budget went.
I maybe because like there's a lot of the actual fight scenes and they look really odd when they use CGI. They don't use much CGI, to be honest, because if you see a lot of the fight scenes are just gunfights where two people are standing on the other side of a street just shooting. So it's like there's not
the standoff with the president's motorcade.
And a lot of it is in really tiny contained sets, which makes me wonder, how did they spend so much money on this budget?
Well, a lot of outlets are saying this too. There's that scene where Ritson is being rushed in the hospital and you have one orderly, one doctor, and Nick Fury. And that's it. Where's his entire security team? Where's everybody else? Where's all the staff? If the president is brought into a hospital, the entire staff would be there to be at his attention, wouldn't it?
The whole floor is empty. And the funny part is they to like keep the set probably small. You never see anywhere else in the hospital except that there's doors on one side that come in, and then and then there's a hallway here where there's doors, and then there's like 4 rooms, and there's nothing else on this. And you see this a lot because this happens in like episode 4. So for the last 3 episodes, you keep going to this hospital where there's nothing there.
And moving the president, why would you move him in the bed? Move him in a wheelchair.
There's a lot about this show when you really look at small details that I can understand why people really don't like it. There's very little logic in play, and it kind of, I don't think people were ready for this. This is too much of a bombshell to draw. I understand you kind of had to do this storyline at this point, but it's like, if you look at everything else you're trying to introduce, adding Skrulls to this is not fucking helping you.
No. And the thing is too, like, it doesn't set up anything. And now we're into spoiler territory, well into it. The fact that there were not a single Avenger in this, even one of them, even a little cameo by, say, Captain Marvel or Abomination or somebody.
And they keep trying to explain it away. There's multiple times where they ask him, why don't you just call one of the Avengers? They could have been over so fast.
Yeah. Like, what's Falcon doing? Captain America Falcon.
What's Hawkeye doing? You could have just brought Hawkeye and shoot a couple arrows and the whole thing's over.
Right? Like, it doesn't. And in the comic books, 3 major players in Secret Invasion are Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America. So how can you tell like a Secret Invasion storyline without it? Kind of like what they did with there was the other story there they did without, like, they can't really do like this. I'm a little worried with Secret Wars now, is because you can't have the characters that were so pivotal to this story and not be there.
Also, I think it would have been a good time to just add human characters. Like I said, like you could have brought both Hawkeyes in and had them be like join the team, or you could have brought in Daredevil or somebody of human just to help. Right?
Yeah, like a street level.
There's so many characters.
You could have had Jay Barenthal as the president's Punisher, as the president's security.
Yeah.
right? You could have had, like you said,
Could have
Daredevil.
had Jay Baruchel as a.
Was it John Barenthal? Did I say
Yeah,
John?
yeah. I said Jay
Okay.
Baruchel. I just
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to add him as Punisher.
This Punisher. But like, you know what I mean? Like just a simple thing like that would have at least helped.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. It's
Like even what's her name? Instead of bringing in because obviously he can't really do much right now, is bringing what's her name as the new Hawkeye there. And at least this way you set up something with the Young Avengers.
yeah. I like I said, I agree, and technically Hawkeye has a connection to Shield, so it would have made sense. And then
Yeah.
he's bringing his protege with him to go on this journey. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's odd, especially in this world. We've established so many superheroes, and you were like, no, not even that.
You could have
He
brought
didn't.
back Coulson.
Hold on, not even that he didn't call them. Okay, not even that he didn't call them. None of them showed up to this like world-ending event. They were all like, "Nah, it's cool. We're gonna go home. We're
Yeah.
busy." It's like I don't know if you've seen Titans season 4.
No, I haven't
It's
yet.
actually a good season.
Better than
Uh,
3? 3
it's
was pretty
way
bad.
better than 3. It's just I don't like how they make these ground level teams deal with world ending events. It doesn't make sense to me. But
Okay.
however, they immediately tell you Superman's off planet. Like they establish that right at the beginning of the season, so you know that's why Superman can't come.
Yeah.
But it's like here, how do you explain away the 39 heroes that exist in this universe?
But the thing is, this show leads into both Brave New World and the Marvels,
I don't know.
right? Kamala Khan would have been could have helped because that hasn't happened yet. You know what I mean? Or is this happening as it's?
I don't know. It's just listen. I'm not going to explain
Yeah.
anything. I'm not going to try to.
I'm
I
not
don't
trying to
even think.
rationalize
I
it.
don't even think we should push this review any further
Yeah,
because.
I think we're done with this.
But it's if you're a huge Marvel fan, I think it's watchable. I really like the
Yeah.
shift in tone. I think the tone of the show is fantastic. I just wish that it was not so dull. It's not
This
even
is, you know
boring.
what
It's
though?
just dull.
What I think it might be too, if this didn't have the Marvel branding and part of the MCU, this would have been fine as a standalone series on its own. If it
But
had nothing
buddy,
to
if
do with
someone
Marvel.
originally in their head and had nothing to do with Marvel came up with this idea for shapeshifters that were like government, all this stuff, I think you would have made a killing. Especially
Yeah.
if you made like a 15 episode season out of this.
Yeah. And the fact that it's connected to the MCU, you're always expecting that little bit more, and they've been under delivering. I just hope Loki comes out in October, and I just hope they have something big in store for that.
Now they better because they're getting super like figure it out time.
Yeah, like the shows have been progressively getting worse, and the
And
movies have been progressively getting worse. Like when Guardians, which was a good movie, but not one of the best ones, was your best movie of Phase 5.
yeah, Guardians is really the only high quality piece of material you've
Yeah,
made since Spider-Man No Way Home.
which is not technically part of Marvel.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. But Ange brought up a perfect point. Like even I hate to drag this on, but Thor, they made Thor look like an idiot compared to Jane Foster when they could have had them work together instead of making him pine over her so much.
And the stupid part of that was she's arguably the best female character they've ever had in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they killed her off for like very little emotional weight.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, sure, we got the finale that we got because of it, but now we have never talked about that again.
Yep. Exactly. Anyway, that's all I got.
Anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you thought about the show in the comments and go check out his channel, okay? Peace out.
G1.